Alright, hello team. My name is Anarchy ASF. Today I'm going to be recording my Uno all decks no rules added submission video. So yeah, people always look at me funny when I say that I speedrun Uno, and then I also say that I have several world records in Uno as well. But yeah, this is a speedrun. It's very fun, very RNG dependent. I'm very excited to potentially get the chance to show this off at GDQ. So most Uno runs are IL runs, where you run individual decks. They're usually about 75 to 80% of them are all under a minute long speedrun. But I have crafted together Uno all decks, which is where you speedrun all the decks in the game. This is Ubisoft's Uno 2016. So there are a lot of DLC decks that are actually based around other Ubisoft properties. So we're going to be speedrunning standard Uno as well as the 8 DLC decks, which are Rabbids, Just Dance, Rayman, Flip, Phoenix Quest, 50th Anniversary, Call of Yara, and Valhalla. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. This again is going to be no rules added, so none of these, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rules are going to be turned on. So there's stacking, 7 nose, jump in, force play, no bluffing, and draw to match. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it. We'll start with standard. Here we got the funky music this time around. So the meta for Uno is we're getting right into it. The meta for Uno speedrunning is you want to try and have as many number cards in your, you're gonna want to have as many number cards in your deck as possible. As you'll see probably coming up, as you'll see coming up, the non-number cards, so the draw 2s, draw 4s, skips, reverses, all have an animation that pops up in the middle of the deck there. It's actually faster when you play number card because there's no animation, so when you're grinding for ILs, you want to have as many number cards as possible so you can minimize the animations and you save time. You also, or at least for me, I try to have a good distribution of colors in my hands as well, just so you can be prepared. I seem to have like a whole bunch of blue cards, just not looking great for me, but hopefully we'll make it work. Since nobody seems to have red, maybe this is just me. Okay, it was just me. But an interesting thing is you can tell when the AI draw cards, you can tell whether or not they got a card that they can play or not. So hopefully putting one off to draw here, okay or not. Okay, well, hopefully he'll have to draw. So as you saw there, he got what I would call a slow draw. So that means that he didn't get a card that he can play. When the AI get a fast draw, there's another mechanic which I'll also go over in a second. That means that they got a card that they can play. Right there, we just called, he didn't call Uno. That means he had to draw 2 cards. That is a mechanic in this game. So you definitely want to be cognizant of that. There's definitely ruined a couple runs of this before. I usually play the card, then press the Uno button, like so. Sometimes, oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I really hope you didn't have blue there, but we'll try it again. This is another reason why the estimate for this run is really long, because it's very RNG dependent. There are a lot of different things that can change the outcome of your run here. As you can see, my sum of best is pretty low, but the estimate is definitely going to be very high, just to account for all the crazy RNG. One thing that is also kind of the meta for Uno runs is you want to try and get as good a start as possible. So that means you want to be the one who plays a card first, as I did there. You want this player to the right of you to go first. It's always, more often than not, those will be the runs that you win and that are faster. This run, damn. Those will always be the runs that tend to be faster. Rather than if the middle AI, oh geez, the middle AI is decently fast. This one is always this one is slower, and then the slowest is when you're the dealer, when you're the last to play a card. Getting some pretty unlucky standard deck luck here. Jeez. Usually this one is the pretty fast one. It's usually everything else that's really slow. So we know Hawking doesn't have yellow. There's also trying to metagame here as well. Trying to know what cards I have and what cards they don't. I usually don't care that much, especially when I'm doing ILs, because it's never really gonna matter that much. You just want to try and get rid of your cards as fast as possible. When you're doing all decks, you kind of have to, yikes, you kind of have to metagame quite a bit. Especially in a deck like Flip, where you kind of have all the information available to you from the jump. You just kind of can't utilize it all, which I'll talk about later when we get there. Yeah, we're gonna hope to get past this standard pretty fast, because usually it's not ever all that, but usually try to keep my draw 4s for the end. Draw 4s and wilds I try to play last unless I absolutely have to, just because it's an easy win. But hopefully we can offload these cards here pretty fast. Alright, okay, and that is standard then, so we're gonna move on to Rabbids next. Let's go into here. Alright, so next is the Rabbids deck. This, we know Rabbids, this deck is obviously based on the Rabbids series of games. Got some funky card designs here. But yeah, this is the first DLC. This one comes with the game, so even if you don't buy any of the other DLC decks, you'll always have this one. You also see with the DLC decks, outside of the board and the card designs being different. Oh, I had a card to play. That's unfortunate. Outside of the board, the card designs being different. Most of them will also have different AI as well. So here we've got Bois, Bois, and Bois, the people's goods. I will say that it's very easy to kind of no-brain runs just because it's really click and play here. But there are some times you do have to pay attention, like calling when they don't play, or call themselves. Hope we can make this a quick Rabbids game. We don't have to restart it at all. Alright, nice. That was a pretty relatively quick Rabbids game. Usually we'll have to restart it, just because the rabbits try not to usually aren't that nice to me. But next we're gonna do Just Dance. This one's technically Just Dance 2017. The one this game is based off of. But this one's pretty fun. Got some funky music. We've got cutie, swaggy, and trendy. So it's pretty fun. I would say probably out of all the DLC decks, I've probably run this one the least, but there's nothing that different between all of them. The main selling point on most of the DLC decks is that they all have theme cards, which is funky cards that do crazy stuff unique to whatever the deck is. Like for rabbits, there's ones where the rabbits start doing crazy stuff, like there's bombs on the decks and throwing cards at people and other such stuff. But for no rules added, I like to have them turned off just because it makes my life easier. However, I will likely be submitting all rules added as well, so for those runs I like to turn all the game cards on. Another challenge this might make me reset, yeah. So that was the challenge mechanic, where basically if someone plays a draw 4 card, you can challenge them to see if they had another card that they could have played. If they did, that means that you don't have to draw 4 cards. That means that the player who played the draw 4 has to draw 6 cards, but if you don't, you still have to draw the 4 cards. Or if you don't, you have to draw 6 cards. That can be pretty tactical in usage. Especially when it's very obvious that they had another card they can play. The AI also have tells for using wild cards and wild draw 4 cards as well. One of them is if they play the wild card and make the color the color that the cards already were. So like say if I just played this blue skip and then Cutie here has a wild card and then also plays blue. Evidently they just did that to, apparently they didn't have another card, but that's usually a pretty easy tell. I'm not even sure what card they have in them because that's kind of dumb, but they also, I'm guessing what happened there is they made it blue just to do some type of misdirection. Sometimes the AI are actually pretty decently smart. Not all the time, but they do like to be mean. So what I can assume is they just made it blue in hopes that it would be whatever color they actually had. But otherwise, it is usually a pretty good tell that they're trying to be mean. I hope Trendy doesn't have green. And Swaggy's not me. Nice. Alright, that was pretty decent Just Dance. Just Dance tends to be one of my not so good decks, but that was pretty decent. So on to Rayman. Rayman has also historically not been very nice to me, but we'll see here. So yeah, so here we've got Barbara, Globox, and Rayman. Never played a Rayman game, but I will say I love the music. It's really fun. See, now the game is just started. You've got to have a yellow card. Yeah. So those are tactical, you know, sometimes you can just tell. You can just infer that they definitely had a card they could play. Especially when they do it at the beginning of the game like that. Mean. Unlucky. Oh, come on, man. You've got 9 cards. Okay. Alright, see that time I was wrong, so we're just gonna go ahead and restart. Well, most of the time it's very tactical. You can, like I said, you can infer. Other times you kind of just get owned. So this hand's pretty good though. Got 2 wild cards. Pretty much 2 get out of jail free cards there. So try and keep those for as long as I can. Play draw 2. Now. Unlucky. Green. Hopefully it doesn't end up not green by the time it gets back to me. Nice. But yeah, I like to save the wild cards, whether it's a regular wild card or a draw 4, just because it's easy win there. Alright, on to the next deck, Flip. This tends to be where my great runs go to die. So Flip is a interesting, probably the most interesting deck conceptually in this game. Basically, there's 2 sets of cards. So you've got the regular side, which is pretty much a normal Uno, and then you've got the flip side. They're called the light side and dark side. So basically, you can see each other's hands on the dark side, and then when you use this card, the flip card, you'll flip it around. You'll be able to see the light card. So this is the one where you could Mega Brain track cards. I, however, don't have the brain capacity for that, and also I'm not that smart, so once it gets down to the wire, I'm a little bit better at it, but I also see that Shorty has 2 cards. We've just started. Good call though. There's also some other extra cards in this deck outside of Flip. So there's the wild cards are now basically the draw cards are on the light side. They're +1 and +2, and then on the dark side they're +5. I have no idea what card Shorty has. I don't think it's teal though. It was teal. Okay. But and the other 2 funky cards that are added with Flip is the one that looks like we'll see. Somebody has it. Yeah, this one. That card right there is basically it skips everybody and comes back around to you. It's like a really long-winded skip card. I don't know the official name for it at the moment, but that's what it does. And then there's another type of wild card where basically the person who plays it, you pick a color and then they have to draw cards until they get a color. Okay. I will say this, I really like the music for all DLC decks. Flip's got this like lo-fi vibe going on. Very fun. But when we get to it, Call of VR also has some great music. Shorty has pink. No blue. Okay. The other thing is that the cards, what's on the front and back are randomized. So, for example, one might think that red on the back of the red cards, or what translates to red on the dark side, I think, is pink. However, that's not the case. So there could be any other color on the back of red, or vice versa. So. Make it orange. Make it orange. Make it orange. Please. I'm like. It seems nobody has orange but me. But, like I said, Flip is a really interesting deck conceptually. I don't really have the brain power to think about this one on a higher level, but oh, unlucky. See, at least I will say the draw cards in this deck don't make you feel as upset. Like one card is kind of like nothing. It only feels really bad when it's 5. Oh, see, yeah. One maybe another restart. And then we're just gonna go ahead and restart that one. I just have a lot of cards. As I said, this deck tends to be this is like the halfway point. Usually, no matter what order I do the decks in. Sometimes I do them in release order. Sometimes I do them in the order that they're laid out in. Sometimes I had another random order that was like kind of half release order, half I don't know. But this one usually tends to always be in the middle. It's kind of just where the great runs go to become mid. So this one is kind of hard to get a decently fast run on. Especially since there's all the going on with the flip, and then the AI is also just silly. I'm gonna just decline that. Nice. See, sometimes it's not worth it to fight these either. Sometimes, you know, easier to just be like, okay. Especially flip, because sometimes the outcome could be just as fine. Alright, let's see what we got on the flip. I know Ringo has all teal, RT is purple and pink. What shirt he has. I'm also not sure behind the AI choice here, why they're all these little guys. I like them though. Archie looks like a derp, but it's also got a stupid amount of cards. Oh, that's really lame. Unlucky. We're gonna keep this one going to see what happens. Sometimes you can turn it around. I'm not entirely sure I'm gonna do that just yet, but oh, nice. As long as nobody flips it, we should be golden here. Nice one. Okay. Or that happens. Shorty has no yellow. Ringo also has no yellow. Hopefully somebody make it blue. Nice. Okay. Alright, as long as nobody flips it, we'll be alright. Okay. Okay, and that's flip. We've gotten over the hump. All the rest of these ones tend to be fine, except for maybe 50th anniversary. But yeah. All right. So next is Phoenix Quest. This is based off the Ubisoft game of the same name. Not one I've ever played of. I only ever remember this game being on Stadia for however long. Never heard of it after that, but I like the music. Concept seems cool. It's giving Greek mythology, so the board is also really nice. So. Mm-hmm. You need to be green very badly. Okay. Yeah, well that's not great. Hopefully Achilles can pull through here. Oh, unlucky. Okay. RNG has been pretty not so great this time around, but it is what it is. As I said, this is one of the most RNG heavy speedruns like ever, so there's only so much you can do. That is one of the other reasons why I love Uno so much as a speedrun, just because it's really accessible. You don't really have to be good at it at all. There's nothing to be good at. It's literally just clicking or pressing a button, and hoping that you get good cards is all. I suppose you could say there's some sort of strategy in deciding what cards you should play, but for the most part, it doesn't really matter at all. Only is there very limited other times you'll need to actually use strategy in what cards you play. Mostly it's just offloading cards as you get them. Or hope he plays a... okay. Okay, that works. Red. Okay. Unsure the reasoning for that, but I'm not gonna complain. Play blue too. Now. That's unfortunate. Usually I challenge that, but he just drew it, so. Those are the only times when it's kind of not worth to challenge it, because very obviously. Hopefully Achilles has a skip here. Or I hope he doesn't win again. That would kind of suck. He certainly doesn't have blue. He doesn't have blue. Let's go blue. Nice one. even get it red somehow. I really want to challenge it. I'm going to. Unlucky. He has 2 red cards. We'll see how that goes. Make it not red. Nice. Yeah, I think he wins here. We restarted again. No problem. Usually, like I said, usually flip is the hump, but sometimes Phoenix Ghosts also, they can all be annoying, actually, is what I'll say. All of these decks can be annoying. Like I said, it's so RNG dependent if you, and I try not to instantly reset every time, so, as that's something that goes for Isles, most of the time it's pretty always winnable. I'm trying to do all decks, so. Especially for a marathon run, I feel like it'd be really annoying to have somebody do that all the time. But I trust, so. I hope Achilles doesn't make me draw, because that would suck. Damn. Also, show off a pretty funny glitch. There's not this run uses no glitches at all, but there's this wacky thing that'll happen when you put your cursor between 2 cards. It'll just do that for whatever reason. No idea why it does that, but it is kind of funny. I also seem to be losing spectacularly again, but oh well. Never over till it's over, I say. It might be Joker. Ooh, really might be Joker. Village doesn't have yellow. Okay. Unlucky. Try it again. This is it. This is it. I trust. It's this one. This hand right here. Very decent spread of card colors here. I can tell you there isn't anything that's more annoying than getting a hand and it's all the same color, or it's all 2 colors. What? Okay. There's no way he wins off the rip like that. Okay. I really shouldn't have said anything about it. I really was ready to breathe a sigh of relief after flip. I don't know. Zach has just said there all 5 yellow cards for no reason. This is the one. This is okay. This is also almost the same one. Nope. I trust. Oh, it was really aggressive. My goodness. Hopefully, I don't want to jinx it. Okay. This will be blue. Nice. Yeah. Hopefully nothing. Got lucky there, but hopefully somebody plays a yellow anything. Okay. Yeah. We're very close. We're close to the end. I trust. I trust. Okay. I'll say the second worst thing to getting a hand off the rip that has all of the same color is when you have to draw repeatedly and it's also all the same color. That also sucks. Hopefully. Okay, that's Spinix Quest. Hopefully that was the hum. Hopefully we're not gonna have to crawl our way through way through 50th anniversary, but there we go. So 50th anniversary is not a Ubisoft IP with like the rest of them. This one was a deck that was released to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Uno. So we've got this cool award show type golden thing going on here. Love the music for this one. It's really fun. So hopefully it'll choose to be nice to me right about now. I could use it. Also, all the AI, they've gotten glow-ups as well. Fancy, glossy, and classy. Dapper looking little dudes. Why? You must know I don't have friend, but sometimes, yeah, the AI most of the time kind of have stupid dumb. Not all the time though. Sometimes they're smart when they want to be. This one must have only green. I don't think Glassy is yellow, unless I'm tweaking. Yeah, okay. Oh man. I have nothing left to lose, so we're gonna challenge that. Unlucky. I think whoever that was gonna win. Glassy. Off to a great start. Don't have any yellow, but it should be fine, I think. Usually, I would say usually 3 colors is enough. It's when it's 2 it starts to get a little bit questionable, but usually 3. I try to go for. I hope this doesn't get reversed at any point because I feel like Glossy's got some crazy stuff brewing in there. That's ooh, okay. Well. Make a blue? Damn. It's kind of unfortunate. Don't have a don't have a number there, but that's fine. As you see, he just did that just to be mean. He definitely has a blue card now, but that's okay. I hope Classic doesn't have a red card. He does not. I also don't, but. He doesn't have yellow. Nice. Sometimes you gotta just speak stuff into existence. Game is really something most of the time, so. Boss is yellow. Don't know. Fancy doesn't have yellow. I also don't have yellow. Okay. Considering all things considered, that wasn't too bad. I've had way worse 50th anniversary, so that's pretty good. On to the last two, home stretch, Call of Yara and Valhalla. Call of Yara's game inspiration isn't actually immediately evident. It's called Call of Yara, but this is based off Far Cry 6. I think the main character, the girl, I think her name's Yara. I'm like 90% sure. Never played it, but I will say I love the music in this deck. It's really, really good. Like low key, I've never really liked Far Cry, but I would play the game based off this level now. The AI also seem to be owning me at the moment, so we might just let's see how this goes. I also love the AI. Chorizo, Chisaron, and Guapa. Cool dudes. Oh, really? Okay. How many channels is this likely gonna be reset? Yeah. I had way too many cards there. Oh. It would have been a great start if I didn't get skipped. That's one thing that in regular card, you're not supposed to do. So you're not supposed to start with a non-number card. However, or at least I'm like pretty sure that's how I've always played Uno, but yeah, who knows? Could be wrong. Over the years, people start making stuff up, so. Great. Okay. We'll get the next one. Speedrun's hand is crazy. He had 2 draw for us. Interesting. Red? He's been waiting to use a yellow skip all game. I just not. No way. See, that's the unfortunate part about it. You know, sometimes this stupid stuff like that just happens. I would have just won if he didn't get a +4. But oh well. Alright, I'll say I'm locked in now. Definitely, I'll get this over with. Oh, I think sure I caught that because I didn't. Just gonna say I'm trying to get locked in. I'd like to be done. Definitely want to give this a generous estimate. As fun, or as fun as this run can be, and as interesting as a speedrun concept as this is, definitely can take a really dumb amount of time if you're just extremely unlucky. So, yeah. As you see, my sum of best is wildly not way shorter than where we're at right now. Early one. Damn, okay. Well, neither of us, nobody has yellow, evidently. Really? Again with that? Really? That's unfortunate. Guapa getting bailed out by Raw Forest, man. Unlucky. Evidently, I try to. I'm just gonna. Very likely, it'll just be easier if I restart. I don't know if I trust this hand, I'll be honest, but I'll go for it. No bones. Okay, we're gonna hope Teresa doesn't have green or yellow. I hope he doesn't have blue either. He's yellow. Alright, well, we've just lost, unfortunately. Just gonna go ahead and. Okay. Trying my best here. Of course, the one time we need the RNG to be decent, halfway decent. It's not at all. But, I would say this is probably closer to how it might go. Which is, like I said again, the reason for the generous estimate time. Or which what I thought was generous. We're gonna challenge that. There's no shot. Okay. Nothing to lose here. Once again, so. Interesting hand, okay. thanks, man. Okay, this is looking a lot better. Papa's red. Hopefully... Okay. Okay. Alright, okay, that... Cool, sick, awesome. On to the last deck of the game. And probably my personal favorite, which is Valhalla, which, if you couldn't tell, is based off Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I will also explain, if you might have been wondering about why I was waiting on the deck screen. It's a great hand, by the way. On the deck screen, before I clicked any of them, it's not a bug per se, but sometimes while you're hovering over decks, even if you select a certain one, it might not register that you selected and will pick a different one. I've had that happen to me a couple times, so I try to make sure that we're hovered over the right one before we do that. Hopefully we get a nice and quick last deck here. Like I said, this one is my personal favorite. This one's got a crazy... This one's got a crazy theme card thing that I've never played. It's like a map, kind of like in the game, but yeah. Oh, this should be free. We've got Wolf Clan, Horse Clan, Snake Clan, and then me. Yeah. Okay, man. Okay, this was gonna be free before I had 10 cards, but this will be fine. Hopefully Snake Clan doesn't get there before us. No, man. But they don't have any red, so... Opens. Hopefully we should still be fine no matter what happens. Oh, okay. I hope he doesn't have blue. Oh. Whoever that was just threw the game. But, whatever. I'm with you. One more time. Usually it's pretty much you, unless something goes horribly wrong, like that just did. Usually if you got a wild card and draw 4, or at least 2 wild cards, you're kind of in the clear. Unless, like I said, some crazy stuff happens, which was whatever that just was. But oh well. Like I said, this is like worst case scenario. Okay, guys, really. It's like worst case scenario, like everything going wrong, but it's all good. hate when that happens, and it gives you the same colors that you have already, not anything new. I hope he doesn't have green. He doesn't have green. I have no idea what his last card is. Hope it's not yellow. No way. Both clans getting crazy lucky here. Oh. Okay. Alright. And that was Uno. All decks, no rules added. The most run of all time, I'll say that. But a speedrun it was. 54 minutes, 28 seconds, so you're on 310 seconds. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the crazy and very silly ride that was. Gonna need every bit of that estimated time there, but yeah. This run is really long, has a lot of time for donations, announcements and things like that, especially when there's nothing going on. Though the nature of this game, there can always be something stupid that goes on from minute to minute, so you know, who knows. Also a lot of potential for incentives as well. Could upgrade this from no rules to all rules, which makes it even more chaotic. There's also been a newly implemented thing called My Design, where we've got these custom maps, so you can do custom ones also as incentive goals, which is also really chaotic and pretty fun. But yeah, that has been Uno All Decks, No Rules Added by Anarchy ASF in 54 minutes, 28 seconds. So yeah, thank you so much.